Good morning, Ramon. Good morning, team. Welcome back to another week of excellent sports betting coverage by us, Mindy, Hahne, Ramon, Scott. A lot to cover today. Some exciting action from yesterday. We all got to sweat along with Ramon and his Kraken victory. So congrats on pulling that off, a Kraken money line victory. That was pretty sweet, Ramon. And then we also got some new stuff going on in Major League Baseball today. Guys making their first starts. So it's going to be a good day of ball. So, Ramon, how are you?
Well, great, Mindy, Hahne. Thank you for that great introduction. Thank you. Welcome to those of you that just watched the Kia Tigers defeat the Lodi Giants 10-2. You also saw the Hanwha Eagles over the Doosan Bears 8-3.
That's
Anybody
right.
staying up for the Korean baseball action this morning? I was had a few on, but mostly just getting ready for the show with these baseball games today. We do have daytime action, so get ready.
Hooray.
Yeah, plenty of day games today on a Wednesday. Take a look at the card. We do have an extra game in there because of that double header with the rain there yesterday, and yeah, a great game by Seattle. I felt pretty comfortable at 4-2.
Right.
Uh, and then had to
That's
sweat
when I
out
went to bed. I had to see what happened, when I woke up this morning here.
sweated out the overtime as Seattle gets it. Lost both my totals on the show yesterday. It
Oh,
was
wow.
Tony, but hit both the totals in the NBA. And well, Mindy, I tried to go with the Warriors. I don't know what I was thinking. Lakers, great job in game one. Maybe the Warriors had a hangover a little bit, but you don't want to lose that first one. All of a sudden, they've lost the
Right.
home court edge to these Lakers. Could the Lakers? I don't know. I don't want to say that.
They
You
could.
know,
They could.
could they get past them? Could they play Denver? I don't know. They match up with Denver a little. I don't know. And saw the Knicks with their good comeback to beat Miami. Pretty heady job there by Miami. Game lands 6. Miami gets most of the money, Mindy, but we uh, kind of
Yeah, we
agreed
would
on.
have almost had it, right? I mean, we had the line and then it just switched for us to 6. So we got the push out of the deal.
Yeah, I my forecast, it wasn't looking good for Butler, but I really did not believe that, and I didn't elaborate on the injuries. So maybe I wasn't clear on it. I mean, we were on Miami, but I was pretty much uh, thinking that it would be, with Brunson and Randall. I thought that maybe Randall was not going to be able to make it into the game, and he did. So that's what you do when you're handicapping. You're trying to, a lot of. I know we always say, "Oh, I want to see these injuries." I try to forecast the injuries, so I missed on that one a little bit. Maybe that cost me in my handicap. So we'll see there. But I still give a lot of credit to what Eric Spoelstra does. I mean, when he runs some of these, plays out of the sets, right out of the timeouts, or even, without, they just look really good, man. I mean, Miami, they lost, but continue to be impressed with Spoelstra right now. He looks like the best coach in the playoffs to me. So, but the Knicks get the win. Hello to everyone. Welcome to the Morning Steam with Mindy. I'm Ramon. And we'll say hello to everyone as our first day back after our day off and see who's hanging out with us today.
That's right.
As we'll do baseball first, or no, we'll do the playoff sports first. We're going to go NBA, NHL, then Major League Baseball, even with the day games. Only 3 games to cover in the playoffs today. So we'll knock those out of the way, or, well, I don't want to brush them aside. We want to hit those. Let's say
Right.
hello to everyone. Who was here? Ziggy was here first. Everyone's looking around. Where's Curtis? Where's Curtis? Anybody want to give Curtis a wake up call? Because, the coffee should be brewing. The door should be open. Hey, here's Blake. Thomas is here today. Sherilyn coming over from the network. So is Bionic. Tyrone is here. Matt D. Bringing the sunshine, Jamal Jones. Gerardo here. Whitney's here.
Yep, Whitney's here. Here she is. She needs a haircut bad.
And the double said he might have lost looks like one of those special sports books promotions.
Yeah, not so much Curry, more LeBron. He had a rough shooting night.
Yeah, but hey, that didn't matter when you got
Anthony Davis. Right.
That's all I was taught. It's easy to say Anthony Davis, right? But one of the keys, and that's what I mentioned on Tony's show, was of course how well Davis is playing, as well as anyone right now in the postseason. And the key for Anthony Davis, I mean, granted, I don't know. If I look at it right now, and yeah, they won the bubble title, great job. But right now, this is the Anthony Davis. I'd say he's at the peak of his career right now for play. As great as he can play. The bubble was good. The Lakers, took advantage of that whole situation. But right now, Anthony Davis. The key for Anthony Davis, he's not headed to the locker room.
Right, he's not injured. That's right.
Gerardo was at the Dodger game last night.
Sweet.
Yeah, lots of fun when you're winning by 10 or 9 or 10 runs.
Yeah, only 13-1 or whatever it was.
Scott Smart here, Joel Costa. And Twan Lee's here. And talking about Pavelski, what a job he did yesterday as well, even though, and the thing for, Seattle, Mindy, I keep going to the well with these road teams, and I mean,
it's just one of those with the odds couldn't necessarily take them on the puck line yesterday. So, congrats, that was a good.
No, that's the way I kind of felt.
Yeah.
So, here's Solo here today. So, all right, great to see everyone rolling in. As the Rakuten Monkeys just beat the Fubon Guardians, Mindy, in Taiwan and Chinese professional action 2-1.
It just reminds me of the Rakuten patch that the Warriors wore on their jerseys.
Yeah. So we'll get to the series today and see with just a moment. Let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com and see what went on yesterday over at the website before we get rolling with our free complimentary picks. And take a look here at Tony T. On top of the list, you had an underdog winner in there, 4-0, perfect day, Tony T. Nick Vartini, 4-1, plus 241. I was up there with 4-2, with the 4-2 mark in premiums. Had some baseball winners, plus 234. Ben Ruhala, 4-3. Collins Brown, 7-6. Josh Pope wins his only play. Tim Irwin, 2-1. And Nick Lagaretos, 5-4. Last 7 days, it's Tiffany still.
What?
1169 up on top, hitting over 60% over the last 7 days. I'm second, 678 units. Collins Brown, third, 661. Ralph Raymond at 603. Nick Lagaretos, plus 400. Tony T, plus 400. Sean Dinwiddie, just shy of 400. And Nick Vartini, plus 300. Josh Pope and the VIP account also in the green last 7 days. Last 30 days, make no mistake, it's still Collins Brown. 2223, up 22 units in the last 30 days is Collins Brown. I'm up there at plus 1,573. Ralph Raymond plus 1,200 units, and Sean Dinwiddie, the king of totals, up a dime in the last 30 days. So, all right, Mindy, trying to crack that 7,000 right now myself.
Yep.
And, we'll have plays over there at Tony'sPicks.com today, including these day games. We'll be previewing them in just a moment, but at Tony'sPicks.com, you'll find our premium picks. These are absolutely our best picks every day over at Tony's Picks. We're going to give you our free complimentary winners in just a moment, but we do have our premium picks over there at the website. And you see Tony T's got his powerhouse pack of 3 up there in Ben Ruhala, also with his 3-pack in Major League Baseball. Tony's 3-pack is 2 baseball games and an NBA play following up on his hot day. So we'll have our plays in just a moment, Mindy. Then we'll get our premiums going and hopefully have a good day.
That's right.
Thanks
We're
for
ready.
joining us, everyone. And a few more are joining us. Here is Tobias here today. All right. Use that promo code Tony T at checkout to save 20% off all of our premium pick packages on Wednesday. And Big Lucci here today. All right. Get ready for those free picks in rapid fire fashion. These are our complimentary picks, of course. Try to hit them all if we can.
That's right.
As we get ready for another week, starting in the NBA with our game today. Well, maybe I learned my lesson, Mindy, last time. Maybe I didn't. What will I do? What will you do when the Celtics host the 76ers in Game 2? We saw the Sixers without Joel Embiid. In that first game, did a pretty good job, I'd say. And we're looking at the same situation here. I mean, he's doubtful. And so Celtics, that's why you see that big number once again of 10. We'll mention this, Mindy, that teams that are a double-digit favorite in the playoffs, it's a pretty wide brush of sample. It goes back many years. No, I don't know. I can't come up with an Al McMorty style, but I don't know how. But teams that lose games when they are double-digit favorites in the playoffs have come back to cover the spread in the next game 12 of the last 15 times it's happened. Now, I don't know if it was 10 points. I don't have all the numbers on that statistic. It wasn't researched by me, so can't really even confirm it, but it came from a pretty good source. So teams that lose as double-digit favorites in the playoffs come back to win 12 of the last 15 times. What are you going to do here?
Well, I mean, maybe it's just I'm a glutton for punishment, but I'm going back to the Celtics here again at -10. Just like my first prediction, even though that didn't go well. Celtics still had that season high 40 points here in the paint at halftime. But it's kind of one of those, to me, I felt like they gave up everything late. So it's one of these, they got to figure out that defense for Harden. I think Tatum and White bounced back after their worst outings of the playoffs. Celtics shot almost 60% from the field goal range, but I don't know. I just feel like this is the spot for them. I think the Celtics got to get it done. I'm going with them here again.
Obviously, they need to win here, no doubt about it. Ziggy on the Celtics showed a few other plays up there. We found Latifa. Yep, Doc Rivers says Embiid doubtful, no doubt. Joel Costa, Celtics must win. Got to take him here. Does that mean with the points? Mindy's going to lay it. And Matt says Celtics win by 9. It just feels uncomfortable. I know where you're going with it, Mindy. I gave you, I lobbed it in there. I gave you that great stat, that it should be the massive comeback win. You have Philly missing their best player, Harden. I mean, how can he possibly do that again? But we did see good contribution from Maxey as well. Solo likes the Sixers here, plus the 10. I mean, I'm just scared to lay 10. That's all. Obviously the Celtics are going to come with it today. And Theo does like the over in this one. Look at that total now. The Steam did come in reportedly on the under. The total there doesn't necessarily reflect it, I don't think. We're seeing it now at about 217-ish. 216.5 there on the screen. I'm starting to see some 217s. Latifa will take it over 218.5. And boy, these teams definitely produce some overs of late. In the playoffs, it just feels to me like under might be the direction that I'm headed. So I don't know though.
It's
God.
a tough one.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's a tough one, right? I mean,
yeah. Well, I am going to be on the over in this one with Latifa then. If Latifa's going over, I'm going over.
All right.
I'm going to fade that steam a little bit. Mindy will take the Celtics in this one, and I'll take the over. I better put at least 217 up there, I'm thinking. There's no 216.5, so I'll call it 217.
All right.
And so Sixers, Celtics tonight, game 2, and Sixers up 1-0. Any more comments there? There's Relly Buns here today.
I like it.
Coffee and
a train, the steam.
Yeah.
I like it.
That would be, I would think, we're talking about our little, maybe getting their little shirts or whatever. I think a train of some kind. Like I tried to do with that intro one time, a happy train.
I love
a happy kitty train, blowing some steam, if you will. All right. Let's go to the National Hockey League now and take a look at this one with the Devils and the Hurricanes. The Hurricanes could be coming in with Anderson for a start here. Schmidt's been doing a pretty good job, but we'll see right now with this series getting underway now. What do you see here? Any prediction for the series? You're just going to give the play here. And, well, I guess if you win game 1, that's almost a pick for the series in a way, but
well, I mean, I don't like to do too much for the, for the futures here. But yeah, I'm going to look at the under. Hurricanes allowed just 6 goals in the last 3 games in this series. I don't mind Anderson, at all in goal. So, I mean, and it's the same thing with the Devils, right? They just had 7 goals in the last 5 games of that series with the Rangers. I think this is going to be a close game. I think it's going to be led by defense. Schmid, like we talked about, stopped 31 shots in the last game. Anderson stopped 33 shots, just allowing 1 goal. So yeah, I mean, I like these 2 goaltenders here a lot. Under 4-1 the Devils last 5, and again 5-1 the Hurricanes last 6 home games. Taking under that 5.5 here.
Yeah, and I'm showing one site still, with Ranta listed, so we shall see. He's obviously, supplanted Anderson as the number 1 option here, and the same with Schmid. So Mindy going on the under, and I'll join you, Mindy. I think I will take the under. And here's Latifa. She's a Devils correspondent. She says Devils and under. So I will. It doesn't feel like there's much value on it at 5.5 under 15, but you know who I'm on, Latifa. I won't, the teams that I like on the road. I love these road teams, and the Devils have been one of the best road teams. So might go against them at home, but I'm going with them. Well, I'm going with the under. Let me just be quiet right now and take the under with Mindy in this one. All right. One more hockey game tonight. Another game 1 here. Edmonton and the Golden Knights. Edmonton getting favoritism on the road despite not having the home ice in this one. Maybe because of their momentum. Maybe that they are the slightly better team. Maybe they have the advantage at goalie. I don't know. So here the Oilers, though, Mindy favored in this one, $1.20, 6.5 over 15.
So I'm going a little opposite, right? I'm going to go over the total here. Oilers scored 4.5 goals a game over their last 3. The Knights had 3.25 goals over their last 4 games. Both these teams have, I think, pretty hot offenses. I expect this one to be the high score. I expect them to put all the pressure on these goaltenders here. The over is 8-2 in the Oilers' last 10 conference semifinals and 4-1 in the Knights' last 5 here overall. Going to go ahead and take the over.
Well, Mindy, last night I went under 5.5 and I went over 6.5 and I went 0-2. I'm going to go with you on the over 6.5 here, just like we just went under 5.5, and hope it's a complete turnaround with these two game ones tonight. Ziggy will go over, Latifah will go over. Joel Costa said, that season series, Edmonton just came in here on March 28th and won 7-4. And won the season series 3-1. And Joel says Edmonton. What does he have here? Edmonton money line and over, and also sprinkle that puck line as a puck line favorite. Lazzy Love here today.
Whoa.
He's on the over. Burley's on the over. Jay Boone here today, liking the Hurricanes in that other game. All right, Mindy, we'll be on the over in this one. Here's the thing. It's the Oilers, right? And the Oilers are basically twice as many games went over as they did under when it comes to the Oilers this year. 53-26 to the over, 27-14 to the over on the road, 40-18 to the over as a favorite. The Knights definitely slight trend to the under, but just slight. Nothing like the overwhelming overs that the Oilers play this season. And here's Solo will lay the puck line with the Oilers today. That's some nice money right there. All right, Mindy, we're on the totals. We are on the totals. Make no mistake about it.
Okay.
In the NHL. That's what I needed you yesterday when I picked them wrong. Maybe you could have set me straight on that. But all right.
I don't know. I took the the under in that Kraken game, so I don't know how much I will set you straight there on that one.
Yeah, they were massive. Seattle scored 3 goals.
Well, I looked at it, right? It was like 1-1. I was, getting ready to go to bed, watch a little TV there. And then I went in, it was 4-2. I was like, what happened? How did they score so fast? So then I just watched the basketball game after that.
Yeah, and it was a pretty good game, I'd say. And Lakers, great job, man. Okay. All right, let's go over to baseball now with our big card today. 16 games of action in this one. Well, here we go. Start off with the game 1 of a doubleheader. This one, it was such a good game. I think I'll talk about it again. Mets and Tigers with Lucchese on the road against Joey Wentz here. But the Mets are a big favorite, $1.60, 9 over 25 today.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and take the Mets here. Mets actually play a little bit better, on the road. They lost 3 of their last 4 home games, but they won 7 of their last 10 road games. So they're playing pretty well here offensively. Scored 24 runs in that time frame over, on the road here. I expect them to play well. I don't think, it's anything that, we need to be worried about this Mets team. Lucchese, he's been, pretty good, only given up 3 runs in his 2 starts here thus far. I think he'll keep Detroit's offense in check here today. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Mets.
All right, doesn't feel tremendously comfortable even against the Tigers right now to me, but Lucchese's look good, and it looks like it's going to be kind of overwhelming with the chat too. So I think we're going to be on a favorite to start the card here. Darren on him.
Yeah.
$1.60, man.
Yeah.
James Edward goes under in this game. Steam did come in reportedly on the over here. I don't know if it's great steam at all, but the total at 9 over 22 might have some room. Hello and welcome to Malaysia here today.
Hello. loves the Mets. Nice.
I hope I said it looks like Malaysia. I just thought Malaysia because I see that the way
That's what I
it's
would probably
spelled
say.
there. But I was just thinking of the country. But great to have you. Yes. And Double says he doesn't bet doubleheaders. We'll take the over in this one. And that's where the steam came in. Yeah, the Mets, they can hit as well. So I don't know. The fact that you're on it makes me feel okay about it. Let's do it. Let's get on the Mets in game one. I mean, we know Detroit's in a bad way. So, all right. All right. Now, before Mindy, anyone starts, calling him P-fat or, B-fat, I just want to talk about Brandon Pfaadt. Let's make it clear to everyone. Brandon Pfaadt is the starting pitcher for the Diamondbacks today. A pretty good prospect here, reportedly for the Diamondbacks. So we're getting, someone who's expected to reach the majors with a pretty decent talent level. But he's up here against the Rangers in this one, and he's a dog. So we'll see. You're talking about pitchers making their debut. What do you know? What can you tell us? And of course, Andrew Hahne, we know what we're getting with him, and he's starting to put it together just a little bit.
Well, I mean, I don't know too much about him. I know that he was drafted in the 5th round a couple years ago. 3.75 ERA through his 4 starts in, spring training, basically. Allowed 11 earned runs in 25 innings. So I don't know. Might not be terrible fill-in for, Madison Bumgarner. That's kind of how I think we're kind of looking here at this one. It's just one of those that I just think that this, Rangers offense, I mean, they were just able to pretty much take care of the Yankees all the way through that series here. I think that's the way I'm going to go. I'm still going to go ahead and take a look at the Rangers here in this spot, just kind of based on how they've been hitting guys. And I'd like to see a little bit more from this new guy here first.
Okay, yeah, I'll go with you here. We do want to see a little bit from the former Bellarmine product, Brandon Pfaadt. Let's get it right. Nobody call him B-fat, P-fat, if you will. But again, a little bit of a good prospect here for the Diamondbacks. Supposed to have pretty good control, so we shall see. But in the team's prospect rankings, number 3 prospect for Arizona. So a guy we're expecting to, be a contributor at the major league level eventually. Here he is, a 6'4" right-hander making his debut. Averages about 96 miles an hour on his fastball. So, but let's go with the Rangers here. He has to debut on the road against Hahne. So okay. I'll try the Rangers with you, Mindy, here at a relatively decent price, $1.25 or so. Looks pretty good. Let's get to the comments on this game. Oh, thank you to Lucky Power here today. Curtis is here. Everyone's giving Curtis a long look as we're all here. Thank you, Lucky. James Edward going Diamondbacks. Lucky says smash and like.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. Oh, Big Lucci, don't you know it? I don't know in baseball. Yeah, I think about the game before one. Yeah, no doubt. When you're talking about 162 games and the best teams, may hope
get an 80,
win, 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
A few couple teams that maybe do a little bit better than that, but when it's hard to win, more than half in baseball. No doubt about it. Got to be on the right side at the right time. You got to be on the underdogs at the right time. Ziggy on the Diamondbacks. Here's Rangers and over for Darren. All right, Mindy. We're making some picks together here today.
Yay! All right.
Might be gambling. All right, so back to back here with Gavin Stone, another decent prospect for the Dodgers. And maybe a little bit of a rush with the Dodgers situation, maybe not. I don't know, but you look at in the Dodgers prospect list, Mindy, Gavin Stone, number 4 on the Dodgers list. So obviously, another guy who's supposed to be here, who can, expected to contribute. Maybe a little bit different on the Dodgers, but here he is. And was this right? A slight favorite today? I know this line was one of the last ones because we didn't. The writing was on the wall that he was going to make the start. He was called up. It looks like the moves were made, so just took a while. I'm showing right now the line is, maybe it's a pick'em now. A pick'em, and I'm showing mostly 8.5 over 20.
Yeah. So, again, we looking at this rookie, starter here. It's one of those that he had limited action spring training, didn't give up a run. He struck out 14 batters and 6.2 innings. I mean, I kind of like how that looks. I mean, even though you're looking at AAA ball there. But again, I think this one's going to be more like on Nola. He's the one here that's been pretty shaky on the mound. He's the one giving up the 11 runs in his 4 starts here thus far. Dodgers have won 7 of their last 9 games, 5 straight here now at home. I think I got to go ahead and back the Dodgers bats here in this spot. And I hope that, some of those Ks come into this game here for the new guy.
Well, I got beat on this game yesterday going under. Felt like a little bit of a bad beat to a certain extent, but the Dodger bats were hot. That's what Big Lucci said. The Dodgers are on fire, and Latifah doesn't know what's. But again, Harper's back, so we're expecting the Phillies to kind of get it going a little bit more. James Edward on the Phillies. Curtis says the Dodger bats woke up yesterday, so he's got a little lock there by it. And Solo here. Taking the Dodgers with you. And I'll take the under in this one. I've got to favor Nola to come in. And, maybe we're expecting him to get going here soon. And Stone, mentioned it, a good prospect. We'll see. I, don't know how long he'll go, but I will take the under in this game. Mindy on the Dodgers. Okay. And your comments are in there as well. Looks like not a lot though. Maybe we just want to see this rookie before they make any plays in the future. All right, the Giants and the Astros now. Another day game here. Astros big favorite, $1.65, 7.5 under 20 with Webb and Framber Valdez.
Well, goodness, it's just it's I don't know. I kind of think about Logan Webb. I kind of felt like he was really going to have some a decent year. I thought he was going to start off strong. He has a 4.1 ERA. Started that season out with 12 Ks. Since then, he now has a 6.11 ERA here on the road. I kind of feel like these Houston bats here may be waking up a little bit. They've won 20 of their last 28 games versus a team losing record here again. They do kind of have maybe a little bit of that superior bullpen, but look at this Giants bullpen, 6.34 ERA, 77 earned runs compared to 34 here for the Astros. I'm going to go over the total. I expect the Astros bats here to come out and produce here today. Going over there.
Reported steam came in on the under. I want to go over in this one with Mindy. Latifah's on the under. Ziggy on the over in this one. I'll be on the over with you, Mindy, at 7.5. Yeah, sorry, sign me up. Have some issues with Framber as well. But like I said, that main steam did seem to come in on the over. There were, I don't know if there were really any 8s out there. Let me see here. Yeah, there were a few 8 openers, 8 under. And Latifah will take Houston in this one. And I don't know, with that price, I do have maybe some reservations wanting to back Houston at that price. But yeah, the bats are coming around. That's why I'll be on the over with you, I think.
Cool.
Okay. The Reds and the Padres now here, still in daytime action. Seth Luton, 260. Well, I guess the Padres are going to win the World Series if they've got Seth Lugo at minus 260. They lost yesterday's game at home again, Mindy, in a role where they were, in a favorite role there, a big favorite role yesterday against the Reds. End up can't produce again on offense.
Yeah, which is crazy because they've scored like 30 runs in their last 3 home games, but I don't know if they're considering those Mexico City ones to be their last 3 home games there. I don't know if we're like, kind of fudging the numbers there with that a little bit. But yeah, I mean, Sessa's kind of struggled on the mound. He's giving up 16 runs in his last 3 starts, 10 runs in his last 3 road starts here. So again, I'm going to go ahead and look at the total. I'm going to go over here on this one. I think Lugo has done a pretty good job on the mound here, and it's Sessa's the one that's not really doing so hot. And that Padres bullpen, I still got to worry about them a little bit. They're the ones that are, giving up the home runs in that bullpen, giving up 14 compared to the Reds 10. So I'm going to go over the total.
We saw Malaysia and Verley. I believe they were laying the 1.5 here on that. Didn't know the graphic kind of said Padres 1.5 like it was a plus, but I know they're not going to take a plus at such an outrageous price. So just tell me if I'm wrong. I'm sure they're on the Padres. Malaysia, Verley, Luis, all on the Padres laying the 1.5. And James Edward, though, he does like the Reds plus the 1.5. So. But I agree with you in this one, Mindy. I'm thinking over. I think the Padre bats, they got to come to life eventually. I think they might be able to crush Sessa in this game, but just have my own concerns. Again, I'm kind of fading this team a little bit at home. I don't know if I could do so today. I don't think I could give out this price. I don't even think I could give out a run line with the Padres, but Bionic is on Padres run line. And Barry's here today, and he just comes in shaking his head.
All right. Funny.
I'm shaking my head, too. All right. We're on another one here, Mindy, with the over in this one. Oh, boy.
Oh, Nelly.
Okay, how about the Atlanta Braves? We're moving to nighttime action now, right? A favorite on the road here against Braxton Garrett. And right, $1.35, 8 over 15.
Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and go under here in this one. I know the Braves kind of had to burn through their bullpen there on Monday with that doubleheader. I still think they're going to be okay here in this one. You have right now that he has a 3.18 ERA here on the road. Braxton Garrett 3.12 ERA there at home. Both of these bullpens have been pretty decent. I think, again, other than Atlanta burning the bullpen, that's maybe the only thing that kind of concerns me a little bit. But I'm going to go under this 8.5.
All right, Mindy coming in on the under here with Atlanta and Miami at 8. Here's James Edward, Marlins money line. Panger Life on the Marlins. Ziggy on the Braves. Bionic on the Braves. That's a split. No doubt about it. I'm going to be on the Marlins here with Braxton Garrett. Hey, they've been producing Garrett, talk about a guy who's plus money this season. Garrett, they win with Garrett, and they're usually big underdogs. Here they're not as big of an underdog, but they're a dog. I'll take Miami today against Atlanta. I think Atlanta's pretty much a public side. Yep. Joel on the Braves, Big Lucci on the Braves, Luis on the Braves, Verley's on the Marlins first 5. 209 Valley does us a solid, says smash and like. Darren, Braves and under. All right, lots of conflict here on this one. Mindy on the under. I'm on the Marlins. Again, I still think the Marlins have done a really nice job, obviously. Yeah, you're going up against the big bad Braves, but man, they've been Marlins are, kind of a moneymaker in a way. Big Lucci, it looks like he's saying 4-1 split.
Giving you the percentages, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a 4-1 split. I'm sure he means Atlanta. Right. Atlanta feels like a massive public side. And I've been on, I keep touting these public favorites. I'm not so hot so far on them this week. I'm willing to take some dogs right now. And I will today with the Marlins. Okay. Well, I struck out with the Bucks yesterday against the Rays. Touted this game as, the big game of the day with 2 hot teams. I still think that's the case.
Sure.
Keller here on the road, who's been a big-time moneymaker. We know Shane McClanahan's money as well. But Pirates, maybe they're getting some public support. Let's see. Rays, though, $2. $2.15 now. 7 over 15.
Yeah, I think the Pirates are just showing that they're resilient, right? It's the first time you had the 20-win teams, I guess, matching up so early here in the season. Mitch Keller, he's pitched well over his 5 starts here. Only combined 9 hits and 4 runs over his last 2. Pittsburgh's won 11 of his last 13 on the road here. Tampa Bay's only lost, 6 games out of 29. But it's one of those that they tend to kind of sometimes, lose in bunches here. They kind of have consecutive ones as they go. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and take the Pirates here. I'm going to take them on the run line. I think they're at about minus 125. That's how I'm going to go here today.
Okay. I got another. I'm going to try the Bucks again. I'll try them with you. Maybe I'll have more luck, more confidence with you backing the Bucks here because I want to try them again.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to be. I feel like they're going to be a public dog here, which does kind of, concern me a little bit actually. Ziggy under, but James over, and doubles with a prop in here. So, oh man, Mindy, we're on a lot of games so far. Let's take the Pirates on the run line with Keller, who's definitely been pretty profitable this year. And Joel says, yeah, watch out though, McClanahan. He's been pretty profitable as well. But a huge favorite here against one of the best records, as you mentioned, in the major league so far with the Pirates. So we really, put the Rays at that big of the head of the class, if you will. Yeah, I think everybody agrees that the Rays maybe, obviously they've overshot what anybody was expecting, but we do know the Rays is a consistent team right now, year in and year out, while the Pirates, this is a huge surprise to even the Bucks fans. Even the Bucks fans have to admit it. But it's been nice. Okay, another one for us. Wow.
All right.
Oh, Lucci, I think, has a comment here saying run line on the Pirates. Oh, wait. I think Tampa's going to get smacked up by the Pirates. Is that what that means? Okay, here we go. Game 2. This is a day-night doubleheader, I believe, the way it sets up time-wise. So Max in action on the road here, a favorite. 205, 8.5 under 15.
All right. So I had that Wentz was in there, but now it's Lorenzen, Ramon.
Let me check that. Yeah, okay. Wentz is going to start game 1 is the way I'm seeing it right now. But
That's my fault. Okay.
They could switch it up. Wouldn't surprise me, but I think these are the matchups that the sports books are listing currently.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, it's one of those that I still think the Mets kind of have the huge advantage here on the mound. I expect, Scherzer to come into this one. Coming off that suspension, I think he's probably locked in and ready to go here. So far, he only has that 1.59 ERA. I'm going to go ahead and go the Mets again here on the run line.
Has it been 10 days?
I guess.
I guess so.
I guess so.
James Edward, trust me, says James. Likes the Tigers in this one. Would you say money line though, Mindy?
No, I'm going to take the Mets on the run line here.
You are going to take the run line.
Yeah, because what is it? You like 220 or whatever?
Well,
straight up.
Yeah, in fact, I mean, if anything, it's kind of down to 205, but that seems like a bit of a bigger price than early on. So I'm going to take the over in this one with the Mets and the Tigers today. Just feel uncomfortable about that run line on them. My Tigers, it's hard to back them, obviously, but here's a Joel Mets money line and under. And Burley says he'll take Max today off the suspension. He'll show those umpires, but maybe he'll have to tone down his sticky. Did you ever think about that, guys? Maybe he won't be able to use that sticky as much. I probably agree with him that maybe it was just rosin. I mean, he probably put a ton of rosin on there. You would, why wouldn't you? So if I had to, oh my gosh. Hey, Mindy, I've got breaking news right now coming in just right now. Joel Embiid, his status has been upgraded to probable for tonight's game against the Boston Celtics.
All right.
Coming across the high-speed news wire here, Joel Embiid upgraded to probable. Didn't look good with all the reports, but this is a legitimate report coming out right now. I'm seeing it on my tweet deck. Everyone's blowing up Twitter all of a sudden. It's only 10 a.m. on the East Coast, but we're getting the word right now. Joel Embiid upgraded to probable tonight against the Celtics.
I got really nervous with that breaking news there. I was like, oh no, what bad happened? That's what I thought. All right.
I thought it was going to be on Max or something.
I didn't know what it was.
But Big Lucci, if he had to pay the rent, I'd pay the rent. I would just, let's see, I don't know. I'd pay half the rent. I don't know what I'd do. Don't scare me like that, Lucci. That's a lot of pressure. Tigers money line for James, though, he said. And he said everyone's on the Mets. And yeah, maybe they are with Max. Solo on the over. Ziggy knows. Hey, how about I want to say hello to Colton Cravens here today. He's talking about the Celtics game, but haven't met. I don't think we've met Colton before, Mindy. So want to welcome Colton to the show. He's asking about Malcolm's player prop. We kind of covered the game already, so I don't know. I'm not a player prop kind of guy. I can tell you that for me, no, I don't even know if I have my numbers are very, very similar to what that line is. So, but just welcome though. Definitely great to have you. All right, Mindy's on the Mets run line. I'm on the over Mets and Tigers. Cubs and Nationals here with the Cubs. Big favorite on the road. $1.90 now. 8.5 under 20.
Oh, goodness. Cubs and Nationals. I mean, this has been kind of, eventful so far. But for me, I think I'm still going to go ahead and I'm going to stick with the Cubs right now. I think that's how I'm going to go here in this one. Just kind of like the offense where they've been going a little bit better. It's one of these that the Nationals, I think we're still maybe a little bit unclear with starting pitcher, maybe that they narrowed that down here. I'm not sure, is that one set in stone yet? But yeah, I mean, the Cubs have just a solid offense, and I think that they're the ones that can put up the big numbers here on the scoreboard. So gonna go with the Cubs here.
Okay, Mindy taking those Cubs today. Jake Irvin there on the mound.
Is he official? I didn't know.
I'm showing off. The sites are listing him as
Okay.
the starter here today. So I'm showing some movement on the total right now. As I mentioned, 8/15. So I'm going to end up on the total here, and I'm going to end up. Let's see here. Where are you? I'm not getting back to the show. Oh, hello. Okay. In this one, I'm going to end up on the total going under in this one with Marcus Stroman on the road and Irvin for the Nationals, whether or not he'll be in there long term. Here's Panger wants to lay the 1.5. Darren on the Cubs. And James Edward, he's our dog player today, and he's going to go with the Nationals. And if Irvin wasn't so shaky so far, I might be willing. The spot to me does Jay Boone says, like I said, I like the Sixers. I hope he got on it because I'll tell you what, Mindy, right now the line is down to 7.5.
Okay.
So it's too late to make your move now if you haven't already, but certainly, it's relative to the fact he's playing in there. So Big Lucci says he thinks the line's a little bit ridiculous today.
Sure.
Did you just call the run line, Mindy, or just going money line?
Yeah, I'm just going to take them at the minus, 194 or 195. Yeah, just on the money line.
Very well. And I'll be on the under in this one. Donald says Belly to hit a home run today. Burley's on the Cubs run line. Next up, the Guardians and the Yankees. Well, maybe the Yankees can find a pitcher to beat up on finally. with Bieber, he hasn't been that great. Bieber $1.35 here on the road. Call it $1.30 now. Maybe the public not afraid to still take the Yankees without their sluggers. 7.5 over 20.
Yeah, but the only thing about Bieber is that he has pitched against this Yankees team already, and he only limited them to 2 runs in 7 innings. So he's played pretty well versus the Yankees. He's also been a little bit more effective on the road, 2.88 ERA. Schmidt, on the other hand, I think he's young, just hasn't played well versus like teams like the Rangers and against Cleveland here before. So again, I feel like the Yankees are maybe in a little bit of a spiral. I'm going to take the Guardians here again today.
All right, Mindy on the road, backing the Guardians and Bieber. These two pitchers have not been profitable so far, despite Bieber. You mentioned a good outing there against the Yankees. I'll take the under again. I'm going to keep going under, I guess, with the Yankees at this point.
Had them yesterday, right?
Yeah. James Edward on Yankees run line. Bionics on Cleveland. So a little bit of a mixed bag from a couple of our viewers. Mindy will take the Guardians. I'll take the under. Ziggy on the Guardians money line. And Verley says, how about Guardians first 5? The Blue Jays and the Red Sox. I was able to find a way with the Red Sox yesterday as a premium in a thriller. And the Blue Jays are going to be on the road here. Blue Jays are down to $1.35. Maybe that's value on the Blue Jays now. Total 9.5 under 20. Big move here to the under. Reported steam came over, but all of a sudden this total has kind of been slammed down here a little bit. 9.5 under 20 is a little bit of a reversal.
Well, I'm not so sure that I like that reversal. I'm still Well, no, you said the reversal was going to the under, right?
Well, the steam came in on the over. It
Yeah.
did open as low as a juiced up 9, went as high as 9.5 over 20, but now it's 9.5 to the under minus 120.
Okay.
Wow.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was going to look to the under today here with Manoah and the Red Sox, or Manoah versus this Red Sox team. I know it's one of those, he has that bad ERA overall, but on the road, he just pitches better. 2.6 ERA, has only allowed, basically a slugging percentage of like 350 versus this Red Sox team. And then Pivetta, he's the one that's doing maybe a little bit worse at home, but he's better overall. But again, he's a guy that has a pretty decent, whip. He again has a really nice K rate, almost 18%. So I'm going to go ahead and look to the under today.
All right, Mindy, on the under in this one, Blue Jays and Red Sox, they combined for a lot of runs yesterday, no doubt about it. But Ziggy would go over in this one as well. And let's see here. Yeah, I don't know if I trust the Blue Jays here again as a road favorite after the Red Sox were able to get it done. Here comes a run line play here. That's what's the price on that? That might interest me here. That's what I'm going to do. I was thinking Red Sox money line, but I don't know. Plus 1.5 minus 140. That's what I'll do. I'll take that run line. Give me the handicap just to make sure, because I'm just not sure on Pivetta. Manoah, he still gives a good account of himself. Everybody wants to make fun of him. All right, Mindy, you'll take the under. I'll take the Red Sox run line. That's what I'll do. And I'll thank you to Bionic for that one. And James Edward also. Okay. Oh, Big Lucci, that's okay. I don't want to, we don't want to promote those. But I do respect them because they run the same kind of, grading system as we do. I like sites that do that. I think those are good sites, win or lose. Here's the Twins and the White Sox right now. Varland coming in. I don't know. They got the win in that first, or they won that first start for him. Twins took some action here early. Twins and over actually were steamed, but right now the White Sox minus $1.20, 8 under minus 120.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and go over. I think this one comes in. I have it like sitting at 9. For me, it's going to basically kind of come down to this White Sox team. They're the ones that are allowing 7.36 of opponents' runs. So, I mean, Dylan Cease, he still has that 5.4 ERA at home. He's the one that's kind of giving up some of those big numbers. Plus that White Sox bullpen, still awful. I'm going to go over the total.
All right, Mindy, I've got to go over the total in this one. Let's get back together and get a play going in this one with Varland and Cease. You mentioned Cease's numbers pretty weak so far. Varland certainly untested despite that first game. Here's Burley. He wants a White Sox first 5. Luis on the Twins here. James leans on the White Sox, but he does like that over with us as well. Ziggy says, White Sox, they're favored. I'll take them, he says. Bionic on the Twins. Darren on the Twins. Yeah, remember, it's the Twins that are playing pretty decent ball, and the White Sox aren't. And then all of a sudden, you got Dylan Cease coming in as a favorite here. Maybe, I don't. It's funny because the sendout was a little was considerably higher than this, maybe as high as $1.40. I don't think there were any openers as high as $1.40 or so. Yeah, there's a couple out there for sure. Some 125s, but now we're down to 120. So remember, it's the Twins with a good start. And the White Sox, not so much. We're on the over here, Twins and White Sox.
Sounds good.
All right, Mindy.
Okay.
Here comes the Royals. They're taking on the O's. The O's smashed them again. Yeah. Look, I touted the Royals bats all season, and we like, Witt's amazing. Sally can get it done. It's just unfortunate they're already down, 8 or 9 to 2 when they get the bats going.
Right. It's one of those that I thought maybe they were going to hang in there with the Orioles yesterday. What did they wind up scoring? 17 runs or something yesterday in that game? 10-7, I think. So again, I think this is where this one's headed as well. I mean, Greinke is 6.1 ERA, Kyle Gibson 5.4 here on the road. The Royals bullpen still stinks. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take the over here.
Tell us how you really feel, Mindy Hahne. Yeah, let's go over with this one.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, all right. Yeah,
They stink.
Solo on the O's, Luis on the O's, James Edward. He's, because I haven't seen Angel today, so good thing we've got James Edward here to take the role of
Right.
Angel today. Angel, if you're watching on the replay, shouting you out because we got James in here taking all your dogs today. Bionic on the Royals. Ziggy will go over with us. Lucci says,
it's still a thing. Depends which day.
Big Lucci, Orioles always a good value team. Gibson's profitable. So, yeah. Yeah, well, look, we do, kind of tout Zach a little more at home, but I don't know against this O's team that's kind of producing right now at the plate.
Right. Kind of.
Orioles are going to be the public side here, obviously, big public side. All right. Poor Shohei Ohtani. I mean, this seems like this guy can't buy a win. Yeah, he's had some wins, certainly, but I don't know. It just feels like he gets out there and deals a great game, and then right, Mindy, we talk about the Angels bullpen. I keep saying, look at the ERA is okay. It's starting to go up again, though. But doesn't it seem like the games that they blow it are the Ohtani games?
Yeah, I'm trying to think who that was. There was someone, the last couple of years, it was kind of the same thing. I mean, he was a great pitcher, but just whenever it was his turn, he got 0 run support, like it happens all the time. Maybe it was like Castillo for the Mariners or something. You know what I mean? Like it was someone like that that I remember just couldn't get the run support. And like you said, maybe this is it. I don't know. And this one's going to be good too. It's I believe it's Ohtani's first time ever pitching against the Cardinals. So I'm going to pick a red or white team to win this one. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, I think it's more like, Nicholas as of late. He just hasn't been, playing all that well. 5.97 ERA overall, 7.2 here at home. Angels and Cardinals still each putting up over 4 runs of offense each game. But this Cardinals team, they're allowing 5 runs here on defense. And then you have an Angels bullpen. They're sitting a little bit better than the Cardinals are right now. But I think this one's going to get over again. I think it might stay low initially, perhaps. But I think as we get to those later innings, we're going to see a lot more runs. So I'm going to go over the 7.5 or 8 now, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, well, I think 7.5 is definitely a popular line. Let me see here. I think you're going to be able to find plenty of 7.5s. Yeah, the 8s are heavily juiced at -130. So I think this line could be headed down. That's why you're seeing the 8 under 30. But I think you can also find plenty of 7.5 overs. So. You could definitely, lock in a 7.5. There's no problem with that there. Let me even update that because 7.5 over is a lot more reason at minus 115 or 120.
Yeah.
Certainly more reasonable than 8 under 30. So, all right. Mindy comes in on the over in this one. With the Angels, that almost looks like a discount now at $1.35. Here with Ohtani, it just probably should do like a first 5 or something. Steam did come in on the Cardinals. It's a little bit disturbing to me here. So I don't know. I kind of want to be on these Cardinals a little bit today, and I think that's where I'm going to end up heading. And what's that run line at? That's what I'll probably do. Minus $1.42. Gonna be on another run line here. Take the Cardinals plus 1.5 minus 145 or so. And there are plenty of comments on this one.
Yeah, right.
Solo on the Cardinals. Ziggy also looks like he'll take the Cardinals. Luis Benegas says, give me the Angels on the money line. James Edward. Here's a favorite. He'll play today. Doubles also here. Hello to Michael Thompson here today. And there's Curtis. There's Curtis with that first 5 I was talking about. And Burley will do it as well. Latifa on the over with you, Mindy. You're on the over. I'm going to take Cardinals on the run line.
Okay.
Brewers in the Rockies. Couple left-handers here in the elevation with Lauer and Freeland. And Lauer is a favorite on the road. Yes, $1.20. The total is 12, maybe shaded to the under. It might be 12 flat, might be 12 under 15, but it's pretty much around 12.
All right. So, these two teams could only muster 5 runs yesterday. I think they're going to be something similar here today. I'm going to go under the total of 12. I know we have, 2 guys here, with higher ERAs. But if I look at these K rates, they're pretty amazing. Freeland, he is sitting at a 32% K rate. Lauer, 24.8% K rate. Kyle Freeland only allows him a 2.16 slugging percentage. I'm going to go under the total here in this one.
Yeah, something going, it seems like those games in Colorado nowadays are just normal like every other game. Why are they always 12? Why aren't they just 11 or 10, whatever? Luis is on the under. I'm on the under. James Edwards on the under. He'll also take the Rockies. I'm on the under with you, Mindy.
All right.
Whatever's going on, I don't know if they're melting the baseballs before the game, if they're drilling holes in them, whatever the case may be. It seems like the games in Colorado are just a average score like every other game. And if there is a high-scoring game, I'd argue there's high-scoring games everywhere.
Right.
Ziggy would take the Brewers, and Burley goes under in this one as well. And Curtis has his lock on the under in this one. That sounds good. We're on it.
All right.
We are on it.
On it.
We got action here today. All right. I think this is it. I think we've reached the end. And I'm not talking about the A's season, but the Mariners on the road here, $1.70, and the total 8 under 20. I don't know. Give the A's a battle a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're terrible. I'm just trying to make them feel good.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over the total here. I don't think this is gonna be a 2-1 game with a combined no-hitter trying into the wee innings of the game. But Sears, he put up good numbers versus Seattle last year, but to me, he just doesn't seem to be the same pitcher, right? I mean, I don't know. 6.23 ERA here as of late. I know the Mariners, man, they've just been kind of struggling with their bats here. But I think it's going to go. I think both of these two pitchers here are very hittable here today. So going over the total.
All right, Mindy Hahn going over the total in this one. Gilbert and Sears. Yeah, we saw the Miller matchup yesterday. It was Mason Miller who took that no-hitter late in the game against the other Miller, the touted Miller. So That was good job by both pitchers yesterday. In that one, Mindy sees offense. In this one, we know all the A's games go over because they give up a lot of runs, and
With the
I don't
bullpen?
know. I would argue that the A's are able to get some on the back end a lot of times in these games when they're trailing as well. So I just don't know if I can not take Seattle in this one, no matter what the price. I'll take them at a dollar. I'll take them at $1.70. Uh, the A's just scare. They seem to kind of back in there a little bit on the run line sometimes. So let's see what the chat says. Oh, look at this. A's winning this one. The A's winning this today. Laugh now, but watch later. James going to be a star if all these dogs come through today.
Yeah.
Panger. I think he
I'm trying to
means
think of what is the old, was it Hans and Franz, the old Saturday Night Live, right? Where they were the ones that said, laugh now, believe me later.
Hans and Franz.
Yeah.
Who were the actors in that?
McDonald, was it McDonald was one?
He's under again for Curtis. He's got a lock. Bionic is on the Mariners. Luis is on the Mariners. Latifa says, can't trust the swinging A's. I'll take Seattle. I'm taking them on the money line. Hey, Howard. Howard shows up just in time.
Just in time, the nick of time.
Good morning, my babies. That's poker commentator often greets the viewers like that. Here's Latifa says, take Seattle. Verley says, take Seattle. I'm on Seattle. And Mindy is on the over. That's it. That's
All
our
over.
show for the day. Got all of our picks out. Head on over to our website, tonyspicks.com, where you'll find our premium picks. Our best picks are going to be over at tonyspicks.com today.
10 total. 10 total plays.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Mindy will enter in our plays and then we'll take a look at them. 10 plays. That sounds good. I'd say we didn't have Blake make us a
Prediction
over under today, but I'd say that he probably would have said 10 and we would have pushed. But to me, it feels like we went over just based on the amount. It just felt like we were making a lot of plays. There was only, what did I say, 19 games. So we're on, 54%, 50, whatever it is, 56% of them. Let's win. Thank you, everybody. Great job. Great to have everyone here. I didn't see how high we got on the totals, but we're just happy that everyone was here. 209 Valley wants the Oilers tonight. You can make some more plays right now while Mindy gets the plays up here. I hope that Luis Venegas is not giving us our win total in our 10 games today.
0.
I'd like to say hello and welcome to Joseph Shiro or Shiro. I'll say Shiro. Hello to Joseph. Great to have you. He says, who's the best bet in the MLB today?
Well, we took Mets in game 1, right? So I don't know.
Okay, we did have an agreement in game 1 with the Mets. Good point. And in the Atlanta game, of course, I went with the Marlins and you went with the under. But Joseph, we're in about 10 seconds, I'm going to show you what we think are the best bets today, according to Mindy and I. Now, our best bets are going to be over at our website here, tonyspicks.com. We're here, Joseph. We give a lot of free plays out. These are like our second best plays, if you will, because Mindy and I put our best plays and, well, we charge for them. Quite frankly, we're paid touts. So over at tonyspicks.com, you'll find our premium picks. These are what, when I'm hemming and hawing, I can't agree with Mindy and I'm trying to figure out which way to go because I might have a premium pick over here at Tony's Picks. Take a look at our records here. And I'm I'm up 68 units this year over on the website. Tony likes to call it industry leading, and I've been following some of those websites. Some of them were mentioned in our chat today. And well, he's right. At least the ones that are keeping score the way we do, that no one has the number of units. Now, I will say that there are plenty of cappers, including Ralph right there, that have maybe just as strong of a percentage as I do, but I deal in high volume. I try to give everybody, players of all kinds. I think, like I try to say a little bit, is some of our handicappers that deal in less volume, you got to risk a higher stake in order to sustain profitability, which is no problem. These are just two different philosophies. But I argue that those people are not inclusive to ones that are maybe getting started with a bankroll, starting to bet a little bit. So I'm bringing you some high volume, and that's the way Mindy sees it too. So we can get people in there where, some of our great handicappers probably got to go a nickel or more on some of these games. I think with Mindy and I, you buy our packages, if you buy them, especially in the long term, Mindy, the 30-day, the 1 year packages, if you will. When you do that, you can, be starting out, 200, 300 in those plays. So I think that's important to note. But I do appreciate what you're asking here, Joseph, and it's nice to have you here today. All right, here is the Hurricanes under and the Oilers over. We're on both of the hockey games, Mindy.
There we are.
And I needed you because I whiffed yesterday on Tony's show. So we needed you, and hopefully we'll be on this one today, and we'll be right. There, you take a look. I brought up the morning steam where you can get our premium picks pass there and get all these plays. They're absolutely free, but if you miss the show, you can still get our plays. All right, got a few more here. Here they come. Mindy has got these in. Here's our baseball. Mets money line in game 1. Rangers money line. Astros over. Padres over. Pirates run line. Twins over. Royals over. And Brewers under.
Kind of an over type of day, I guess.
Yeah. How about that? Big Lucci sounds like he's liking these road favorites a little bit. Luis, thank you. Panger, thank you. Thank you for your advice for our other viewer as well. We're not ever dodging it. That's why we give out a play on every game.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And let's see. Oh, we didn't have an agreement on I was like, where's our basketball game? But we didn't come to terms necessarily. So have a great day, everybody. Big Lucci. Hey, Big Lucci, thanks a lot. All I can say, is maybe subscribe to that 3-day pass, or if you really, I know it's just a modest amount, 99, and we just get a commission on that. But thank you for that great comment, and we appreciate you very much since you've been contributing to the show over the last. I think Lucci's been here a little while, but really been contributing over the last week or two, certainly. All right, thanks everybody, and Shannon Moore. Hello, Shannon. Thanks always to Thomas with great comments and picks. Burley, thank you. Doubles, thank you, everybody. Okay, well, let me get the right banner up here, Mindy, get us out of here. You remember to use that promo code, Tony, check out to save 20% off all of our premium pick packages. Maybe we'll get a donate button. Up there. I know this is Tony's channel, so he controls it and all that, but maybe we'll find a way. Again, subscribing to our plays is the best way to support us and the channel, I would say. So do appreciate that.
Yeah, and we're also going to work on maybe a little merchandise that you guys can purchase to help us out as well.
Can't wait to see that. If anybody has any skills in that, I guess Mindy and we've been bashing around some ideas, but we're not that adept at it. But we're going to get something together. But if anybody likes doing designs or things like that,
Oh, goodness.
Woo! We better
Look
get
out.
out of here. All right. I'm allergic to something here. All right.
Pizza.
Thanks, everybody. Great show. Thanks. We'll see you tomorrow for more Mornings Team. For Mindy Hahne, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.